Hello, it's day 4, and I already have no idea what to talk about. Um, so since it's like 11:15 and I have to go to bed because I have to be at work in the morning, this is gonna be real fast, and it's gonna be really dumb. Um, so I figure I'll tell you the sword fighting incident that screwed up my knee because that's a good go-to story. Kind of like the time I accidentally shaved my head, but oh, you'll have to wait for that one. So I was in, I went to the Art Institute of Pittsburgh for a while. I started out as a photography major there, and then I switched to graphic design, and eventually just went home. But while I was there, I decided to join the drama club because I thought it would help me to make friends and to just get more involved. Because I wasn't involved in high school. I tried to be a couple times, but then I was like, I don't want to be involved with these people, they're stupid. But in college, I figured it'd be different, and I'd get involved, and I'd go and do this thing. And drama club seemed like the best choice, so I went and I joined drama club, and we were putting on Macbeth. I know this is going to be good, isn't it? Because it's Macbeth and it's cursed. So I got the part of Donalbain, and I got the part of, this is terrible that I can't remember his name, Banquo's son. What the hell? Fleance. I got the part of Fleance and Donalbain and Menteith, who is a soldier at the end. So I got to be in the big fight scene, which was awesome. And yes, I was typecast as a teenage boy. Uh, but yeah, I got to be in the big fight scene at the end. So we were doing, they wanted to teach us like actual sword fighting because we're going to use real swords. And I was like, yes, sword fighting. So our rehearsals were every Sunday, and I went an hour earlier than a lot of the actors with a group of other actors so that we could practice stage fighting and sword fighting and just doing a lot of drills with that sort of thing. And it was awesome. It was a lot of fun. And so opening night comes around, and we're running through the fight scenes on the actual stage for the first time before the play was to start. We were doing a final rehearsal, and we had been practicing in this upstairs of a church, and it was just this big open space, and we had a little ramp that we used for like Fleance fell on there once, I think, and that was it. So when we got to the actual space we were performing in, our stage is up on stairs, about 8 stairs. And so when Fleance falls, he rolls up, dodges, and then runs off the stage so that he doesn't die. Because I'm a coward. But, so we're practicing, and I rolled, and I jumped up, and I dodged, and I went to run down the stairs. And I missed the first step. And instead of falling like a normal person would fall, I decided, well, I missed the first one, I'll just miss the rest. And I tried to jump. And when I landed, my leg just went and collapsed. And we weren't sure what was going on. It hurt like hell. And I was just laying there. And my director is freaking out. He comes running over. He's like, oh my God, did you break it? Did you break it? Does it feel like it's broken? And I was like, I don't know. What the hell does a broken bone feel like? I think it's fine. And so they come over and they decide I probably pulled a muscle. And I did the whole play that night. I was limping a little bit, but I was alright. So then, after the play, I get a ride home, and we're at the dorms, and we're hanging out. And my roommate's not there that weekend. I can't remember why. So I'm in my dorm alone, and I'm sitting there, and the pain is just excruciating, and I didn't know what was wrong. I was like, oh, something is very seriously wrong. I couldn't put any pressure on it. The really great thing was when we inherited this room from the people before, they had left a set of crutches there. So I got these crutches, and I was hobbling around my apartment on these crutches, and I'm looking at the clock, and it's like 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, shh, I can't call anyone, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. So I waited until about 7 o'clock in the morning, and I finally called my friend with a car. I was like, I need you to take me to the hospital. Please, please, please take me to the hospital. Because I was in so much pain that I couldn't even sleep. And so she gets up, and she takes me to the hospital, and she's like, you should have called me at like 3, I was still awake. Because she was a partier, but that's alright. So she went and she took me to the hospital, and she was really nice, and she stayed there with me while they did the x-rays, and she wheeled me around in my little wheelchair. And then she took me home when they were done. And they determined that I had probably just strained the ACL, but I might have torn it, and they weren't sure. But they gave me an immobilizer brace. And then they sent me home with some anti-inflammatories and some painkillers. Took some painkillers, went to bed, then went to rehearsal that night, or to the second night of the play, where my father, his girlfriend, my sister, and everyone else was coming to see the play, and I have an immobilizer brace and crutches. So I got to, every time I had to go up on the stage, I handed my crutches to somebody that was standing next to the stage, and I had to hop up on one leg up the stairs while somebody's standing next to me supporting me. This was awesome. After the play, my dad's girlfriend comes up to me. She's like, every time you had to go up on the stage, your father was just going, oh my god. So I got to take the curse, I guess. I did the curse, and it happened to me. I was supposed to go back and get my knee checked up again, but after a couple months, I was able to walk on it, and I was like, oh, it's fine, it's fine. And so I never went back, and it's not fine. I mean, it pops occasionally, and it'll kind of give out while I'm walking, but for the most part, it's alright. And I talked a really long time, and I apologize for the length of it, but I hope it was at least amusing, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.